Boruto Chapter 20, Because of Love. Chapter starts with Konohamaru on a brink of being devoured, still trying to reason with Matsuri. Now, if you thought Konohamaru is acting like an idiot and doesn't know what he's doing, the flashbacks made sure to prove you were the idiot all along. As we learned in previous chapters, the Shinju are like a wild cubs, newborns with immense power, and Konohamaru understood that perfectly. His childish behavior and way of communication was there to reflect that of Matsuri and have him connect with her. Unsuccessfully in part, as Konohamaru's reason saying that if she was to devour him, they won't ever be able to talk like this again. Couldn't get through Matsuri feelings of anxiousness born from love, instinct of wanting to devour him, and her defensive instinct perceiving him as a threat. Yet even when she set to devour him, the feelings of love are hard to control, and tears started pouring down her eyes, proving that Shinju indeed aren't intrinsically evil, but have a place for human emotions and growth, buried behind their predator instinct. While Matsuri had her hearth leak through her eyes, we get a panel of Jura, reflecting her state with a tear of his own. Perhaps the most significant panel in the chapter. It shows us that Shinju are linked with each other, but even more importantly, it will likely serve as an important event in Jura's development. Jura seeks knowledge, but learning about emotions is hard if you don't get to experience them. The question is, what will he and other Shinju chose to do with these newfound experiences? Will he discard them and consider them a weakness or embrace them? While we leave Jura to his thoughts, Konohamaru makes his last play, asking Matsuri to hold his hands as the first step in their relationship. She does, and he grabs the opportunity and blows her hands apart with a Rasengan, almost obliterating her whole. Yet he hesitated. His hearth reeled. He is on a mission, and he knows its importance, yet even so his personality, his humanity, didn't just allow him to see them as nothing as foes, to betray them, kill them as if they were nothing. Shinobi's mission is the most important, yet at the end of the day, Shinobi are people too, with their own feelings and emotions. And it was this moment of hesitation that allowed Matsuri to survive. Jura, who is tracking the conversation, put this in words. Because of love, Matsuri wavered over devouring him, and because of love, Konohamaru wavered in disposing her. The theme of love is shaping up to be a central theme in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, where Ikamoto and Kishimoto set out to explore what it means and the importance of humanity at large. This exchange likely showed Jura that love is a weakness that he must discard, but I wonder if Hidari, who quietly follows Jura, will take out the same lesson. But what all of this showed to us, the reader, is that Jura and Hidari could join the fight at any moment. They're keeping up with it, and claw marks allow them to arrive there immediately. The fact they haven't means they are prioritizing knowledge, but also that they believe Ryu and Matsuri still have everything in control. And they likely do, as Matsuri survived, and as a last action of this chapter, she launches a counterattack against Konohamaru, who is already heavily injured. Simultaneously, on the other side, the battle against Ryu is in full swing, where we're blessed with beautiful art of his iron sand. Araya is soon rendered useless, and used as a puppet that stops Mitsuki's attack, allowing Ryu to land his. Both Araya and Mitsuki again being taken hostage by iron sand, standing against Sarada and Yodo, not boding well for our team. Ryu, aware of his advantage, proposes a deal: share any information they have on Boruto, his whereabouts, weaknesses, or anything else, and he lets them leave. Mitsuki and Araya do not believe him, appealing to them to leave them be and save themselves, where Yodo asks Sarada to help them out. She couldn't. She doesn't know where Boruto is, but even if she would never sell him out. Not the answer Yodo hoped for, but she understands. She says that Boruto is like Shinki, the kind of guy who makes you want to always have his back, even if the rest of the world hates him. Acknowledging that, she makes her own offer. Lets Mitsuki and Araya go, and she will help him look for Boruto with her sensory abilities. An offer that Ryu counters by sending iron sand right through her stomach, leaving her on the floor in a puddle of her blood. Lying on the floor, she acknowledges her own end. While there is a chance she might get saved, I doubt it. Unlike with Inojian, there isn't Himawari to save her, and her foe is still around. While I thought Araya will be the one to die, Yodo taking his place is more than likely, as a serious death in the series is due. Awaiting her end, she turns to Sarada, saying she doesn't know herself, holding back her power, saving it for a greater good. She says she's allowed to use it to protect that special someone. While dying, Yodo helps Sarada break the shackles she placed on herself. And it works. The iron sand starts peeling away, getting sucked into a black hole, a dark sun-like sphere floating in the sky. A black hole created by the beautiful pattern of Sarada eyes, the Mangekyou, Sharingan. The power Sarada hasn't used before, going by Yodo's words. It was the moment we've all been waiting for, and it's where the chapter ends. The last page for sure to generate the most hype, and leave us all to speculation. For one, it seems my prediction about her ability being a genjutsu is done and dusted, but be sure we will explore the meaning of this when the time comes. What exactly is its function or what it does is yet unknown, but it seems to function as a black hole and perhaps a space-time ninjutsu, absorbing and dragging the enemy jutsu away, or it might even return the jutsu back in her command if the growing circle is of any indication. Now, as it goes, the chapter was amazing, from the fight, revelations, art, potential for character development, and raising the stakes. Due to Konohamaru's hesitation, I still believe he is likely the first to be devoured, and I believe Yodo will likely die. Her words helped Sarada use her powers and come to terms with her feelings, while her death would raise the stakes. There is still a chance to be saved, but I find it less likely. If she dies, it will also be interesting to see how that impacts the relationship between Boruto and Kashin Koji, who likely saw that happening, but kept it from Boruto. Not just how it will impact their relationship, but how Boruto will react as well. Sarada Mangekyou will likely be the key to defeating Ryu. We learned that Hidari and Jura are watching the fight and can join at any moment, but I don't think they will, as doing so would likely bring Boruto and Kashin Koji to the battlefield as well. We have a lot to look forward to in the next month, and in the meantime, let the speculations about Sarada Mangekyou go wild.